friends, Goddess of Awesome here, and I wanted to continue on the subject I started this morning, and I was rudely disturbed. Real quick, I went to my spin class. I went to spin class just now, the 9 o'clock. Usually that's a little late for me, but well, I needed to get my dose, my dose of goodness. I went to Marie's class today. It's a whole different studio than the one I usually go to. And let me tell you something. She is special. Oh my God, she's so special. Her class is severely rowdy. And her music is crazy amazing. I think she told me one of her people had made her like over 100 mixes. All these different fade-ins and fade-outs of all sorts of different fabulous songs, amazing songs you've forgotten about, songs that just fit the bill, and the thing with spin, every song needs to be better than the last one that played, so that way it keeps your fire burning, right? Keeps your inspiration flowing. So I just got a dose of that, and I really wish I could share the feeling that I have right now with all of you. I wish I could scoop a spoonful of this and be like, oh, this is what it is like. This is what it's like. Oh, this is what it feels like. It feels amazing. And when you find that ecstasy place, that true ecstasy place, whoa, there's nothing on the planet that has anything on endorphins. Endorphins, that's what it is, flooding your body with oxygen. It just casts out and blasts out all the ungood feelings, So I'm feeling vibrantly amazing right now. I definitely reached that space of the champion. There's a certain energy I feel when I'm in the thick of a tough spin class. I feel like I am accessing the spirit or the space of a champion, and so that's what I resonate with. That's what I'm chasing. That's what I go to get that, So anyhow, feeling tapped into my energy source and feeling the vibrance of a champion, So I wanted to continue a little bit more about the sexual harassment at the gym. I'm going to wrap this up because I got a big day in front of me. I have too much to do. I wish I could sit here and make videos for you all day, and that day will come, But anyhow, okay, so I missed my 5:30 class this morning because my phone volume was off, right, and I didn't hear my alarm. So note to self, I'll be definitely double checking my volume every time I set my alarm now. So I messaged Hercules, right? Hercules is teaching the class, the boot camp. So I woke up right at 6:30, right when the class is over, and I'm like, oh my God, I missed class, and I'm so bummed, and oh my God, I didn't get my high, for the day, and he writes me back, you were missed, And then he calls, which is unusual. He doesn't ever call me. I've been spinning with him for almost 2.5 years now. He came over one time about this time last year to let his child ride my horse, and I'm cool with that, I'm cool with that, especially when you're respectful and kind and considerate, I'm cool with sharing my horses, especially with children. More than anybody, I'd like to share my horses with kids, I believe it creates a lot of magic in their life, and there's a lot of things you can access, leadership qualities and courage, qualities of courage and accomplishing great things. You can get that from hanging out with a horse, So Hercules shared with me that a little mishap happened. So today's Friday. I've been home for 2 weeks now. 2 weeks for my final mission, And so on Wednesday, I'm spinning next to a new girl. And I think she's cool. I got her name. I try to get everybody's name. Today I learned 2 people's names. I met Wen and I met Sandy. They were right next to me and they were just, wow, love that, So on Wednesday, I'm sitting next to this new chick who I know her, and she's been in the boot camp, and I think she's just a doll, She tried learning me some things on the apps, apps. Computer crap. I'm getting there. Open up my mind. I can do technology. I can. Yes, I can. I can, and I am, and I'm going to, and I will, and I am. So she was showing me some stuff. I really appreciated it, So long story short, a little mishap happened with Hercules, right? It's a dark room. It's 5:30 in the morning. It's dark. He turns the light off, which is nice, as did Marie today. We spin in the dark. It's really nice, lets you go into the zone better, you know? So I'm in the zone, everybody's in the zone. I have to believe Hercules, I have to believe whoever teaches a class, they're probably in a zone too, you know, no doubt, you know, they're like leading a guided meditation almost, you know, where it's an in motion meditation, but still the same thing, a guided mental journey, you know. So, you know, Hercules will every blue moon, especially if he knows you, and I've been with him for over, you know, I've been his student for over almost 2.5 years. You know, if you need to correct your posture, you know, Richard the Great does that too. If you're slouched or you're not proper, you know, Richard will go around and he'll fix you. He'll, and it's not a touch that's icky. It's not a touch that's getting something out of it. They're not getting a rise out of it. They're not like, ugh, I'm slimy and creepy and I'm gonna come touch you, little girl. You know, that's not what it is, you know? If any of that energy was present, I wouldn't be drawn to the instructors I go to, you know? So everybody who I resonate with has such a pure, clean, crisp kind of energy. You know, they definitely have the energy of a champion also, you know, and Hercules can take you to so many places, you know, wonderful places. So, you know, he's very demanding, right? The bar is high in his class. Now, if you're a beginner in his class, he'll go easier on you. But, you know, my friend Jenna, congratulations on your wedding. I can't wait to see you when you're back from your honeymoon. Jenna and Brianna in the boot camp, they come to boot camp sometimes, and they also do spin. And they were saying, and it's so cool that they know, because me and my best friend Jen, we know this. When you're in his class after a while, you can't show him any discomfort, and you can't show him any pain in the brain, right? You can't show that mentally he's kicking your ass and that he's winning, because Hercules will come up and twist that knife, you know, or I almost feel like from across the room, swap. I mean, he can like with a bullwhip almost energetically lash you. And let me tell you, it is all out of affection, right? It's all out of goodness. It's all out of trying to get you to rise above. It's trying to get you to be a better person, a better athlete, access these great places that I'm talking to you about, finding the space of a champion, having these personal breakthroughs, you know, getting the ecstasy, the true ecstasy, getting to the endorphin place, flooding your cells with oxygen. That's the goal of any wonderful instructor, I believe, you know? So, in class, new girl was sitting next to me. It's dark, you know, and she sat down. Now we were supposed to be up out of the saddle, right, hovering over the seat, and she for a minute sat down, which is completely permissible, right? You can do that. But see, Hercules was in the second row. I don't think he was facing front. I think he was facing the back, right? He's looking at the back 2 rows. In the corner of his eye, he's seen somebody's bum hit the saddle, and he thought it was me, you know? And I'm bold, brave, and daring, you know what I mean? I do not accept personal defeat when it comes to physical activity. Now I'm learning not to expect personal defeat whatsoever, right? Accessing the space of a champion in the gym is creating the space of the champion in all aspects of my life. You know, it's a beautiful thing. If you want to maybe come join us, you know, come find the champion within you, because I believe there's a champion within each and every one of us. You know, a great place to start might be in an exceptional class with an exceptional teacher. You know, you just can't go to a humdrum class. I don't mean any disrespect to any instructor out there. You can't be, I mean, if you're going to access these powerful energies, you need to be with someone who knows how to whisk it. You know what I mean? Knows how to stir it up, you know? And then we connect into it, and then we start feeding off of it in the most beautiful ways, right? It's beautiful. So Hercules seen her bum go down. He thought it was mine going down, and without really looking behind him, he kind of, I don't know if he swatted her or if he just, you know, kind of poked at her glue, or I don't know what happened, but, you know, the second he touched her and he realized it wasn't me, his longtime student, who we are friends on some level, right? I mean, I don't hang out with him on this, you know, I don't hang out with him, but we're friends. I would consider him my friend, you know, and I'm his, like, devotee. I'm like his president of his fan club, you know. He can energetically lash me in class anytime, because I take it as constructive criticism, right? If he thinks I can do better, or Richard the Great thinks I can do better, they know I can, I know I can. It's time to rise up. So Hercules somehow touched this girl on her thigh, I think. It might have been near her hip bone. You know, he wanted her to get out of that seat. Get up. Work hard. Engage your core. Don't cheat yourself. Basically what he was telling her, or if he thought it was me, was don't cheat yourself in my class. Get up. I know you can do it. So the second he did this, now I'm in the zone spinning, and I did hear him apologize to her, right? I heard that, but I'm in the zone. I don't know what happened. I wasn't watching. You know, I'd have to have eyeballs on the side in the back of my head to have seen what had happened, you know? But I did hear him say, oh my God, I am so sorry. I thought you were Sarah. I am so sorry, you know? And then after class, you know, he apologized to her again. So this is the phone call I got this morning when I told him I'm so sorry I missed class, you know? He called to maybe just as a friend, and also he's a financial advisor, so I have a meeting with him tonight, you know. I honestly thought that phone call was confirming our meeting tonight with his constituent, right, with his financial mentor, his financial advisor mentor, who's a woman, Barbara. I love you so much. She and he are going to meet with me tonight about financial planning, you know, so I'm down for that, you know. And so I honestly thought his phone call today was about that. So, you know, I shared a little bit by why my phone ringer was off, you know, and I'm so disappointed in myself I didn't make it to class. And then he takes an opportunity to share with me as a friend what just happened, and I'm sharing this with you right now. And what I want to say is this, you know, your instructors in any gym, even if you have a private personal trainer, on some level, they will at some time touch you and correct your posture. Now, the wonderful instructors mean nothing by it, right? They are not trying to be creepy and slimy and slithery and let me see what I can get from you. You know, they're not trying to do that, you know. Now, does that mean there's some, you know, instructors or professors or people in positions of power who could do that? Absolutely, you know, absolutely, you know. Yeah, I'm learning more and more that people in positions of power probably abuse that position more than we realize, you know. And I'll have to do some videos for you on that. Maybe create a whole new channel to deal with that, you know. But as far as what happened in the gym on Wednesday, you know, I know Hercules didn't mean anything by it. You know, he said he was sorry in the minute that it happened. He reached her again. I mean, not reached her. He went to her after class to make another formal apology, you know, and she wasn't having it, right? She didn't want to hear it. She thought it was awful, and she's entitled to all of her feelings. I'm not saying she's wrong for feeling that way. I mean, she's new, you know. I mean, I get it, you know, like she probably thinks that was a creep ball move to do, you know, but given the circumstance, you know, we're all pretty chatty in there a little bit. Nothing like what Marie's class is. Boy, her class is like being in a freaking underground dance club. It's awesome. It's so awesome. I want y'all to come play in spin class with us. We have such a damn good time, you know. So, you know, Hercules didn't mean anything bad by it. So, and I understand this girl feels bad. She's entitled to her feelings, right? Where none of us can tell her how to feel. You know, who knows what's in her history, right? We don't know what's in her history. She could have some sexual abuse issues, or, you know what I mean? We're females in a gym, you know, any person in a gym, you know, it's a very personal place. We're being physical. We're doing weird positions, right? We're squatting and we're doing all these awkward things that might draw an unsound mind or an unhealthy mind or a sexual addict's mind to gravitate to something negative. Now, none of that's permissible, right? And I have to believe that Hercules, if he noticed any kind of ick energy in the gym, he would probably confront a person who's doing that. That's the kind of person he is. So would Richard the Great. Richard the Great would never stand for that in his class, you know, ever. Hercules is no different. So, I mean, sexual harassment can go any way, you know, and you know, sometimes, you know, what happened in class? Was that sexual harassment? Well, you know, obviously she took it that way. And again, we can't tell her how to feel. And hopefully she gets past this. Hopefully we'll see her back in class. I have a feeling we just lost a great person, you know, unfortunately. Maybe she'll mend from it. Maybe she'll realize it was an honest mistake, you know. I don't know. You know, I mean, there's this guy at the gym who works there. Boy, his glutes are like, they're like these discs, these round discs, and his calves, not just his calves, his quads, like there's so much happening there. And he'll do some impossible things. We'll be getting out of spin and he'll be doing these jumps up these 3 feet, just leap up and land on a platform. It's hard not to stare, right? Well, one, he's gorgeous. His physicalness is gorgeous. B, what the hell? He's doing some impossible crap. You want to almost stare like, how is that possible? Whoa, you know what I mean? And I've had to stop myself from commenting, right? Like I have a healthiness, a lightheartedness, I believe, on sexual energy. I also have a very seriousness on sexual energy. I don't tolerate bullshit. You know what I mean? I don't tolerate people being leery and creepy and you know, taking and projecting. I don't subscribe to that, and I don't permit it anywhere near me. You know, I will stand in front of anybody and be there for them if they are dealing with that, you know. But so, you know, I have to mind my manners when it comes to this guy, because yeah, you could say so many things to him out of play, right? Out of jokingness, out of lightheartedness. But I don't know how he'll take that, so I don't want to cross any line that he might feel if I said something like that I'd be sexually harassing him. I mean, it's such a fine line, right? Such a fine line. So, you know, Hercules unfortunately didn't look back, and he thought out of his peripheral vision, he's seen someone sit down. He thought it was me. He knows I can do better. He basically said, get up. You know, it's like a, get up, you know. Whap, get up off that bum, you know. Work it. And he hit the wrong backside, you know, and unfortunately this girl feels really hurt about that. So I totally, you know, my heart goes out to her. Hopefully she'll get through this, you know, and I guess some stuff's happening, right? Word travels fast in places like that. Oh, it's a creep. That person's sexually harassed me. Like, I get it, you know, but at the same time, call it, be true to what it is. You know, he obviously apologized. A true creep would have never apologized. A true creep would have got a rise out of it. A true creep would be finding a new opportunity to do it again. You know, a sex addict of some nature, you know, someone who's unsound in the mind, some kind of perversion who's projecting this on people when it's in an inappropriate space, you know. So none of that is Hercules. I just want to say none of that is him. I know confidently, being his student for almost 2.5 years now, clear as day, clear as crystal, I can say that I know he didn't mean anything by it, you know. So, you know, I will always be here to speak about things like this. I will always be here to be on the forefront of this kind of information, because I am a champion. I access my champion energy every day. I am a champion, you know? I'm a champion in all aspects of life. I'm learning more and more that I absolutely am a true champion. I'm definitely one of the greats. I know I am. You know, and I'm stepping into my personal power. I'm stepping into being able to walk among the greats, because I am that, you know, and I belong there with them, you know. Likes attract likes, you know. So, and I am also a champion for you, right? I'm absolutely here to help you heal, to help share insights, to help discuss these sensitive topics that are so difficult for so many people to speak about, you know. So I just want to say that I'm here for you as your champion. I'm here to be on the forefront of any sexual abuse, you know, or people who need sexual healing, people who need to be intervened from sexual abuse and saved. You know, I'm here for that. I'm a champion for you for that. I'm also your champion in the realm of sexual injustice, right? I will never stand for a true good person having sexual harassment charges placed on them when it is not even true. Now, the people who really are doing the icky stuff and who really truly are unsound in the mind and are projecting sexual harassment, well, I'm your champion as well, to be in front, on the forefront of you. Put me in front. put me in front. Come see me. Come talk to me about this. You know what I mean? Those people need therapy. They need rehabilitation, and they need to have their mind regrooved. You know, there's a whole bunch of learned behavior, you know, unacceptable learned behavior, and that happens young. That starts happening at a very young age, and then it just keeps going, and then they get into positions of power, and then they start projecting it on people, and people can't speak about it because they're in a position of power, like a boss, right? Or a supervisor, or anybody who's overseeing you. You know, it could be a relative. So anyways, I just want to say that I wanted to clear the air on that for my very beloved instructor, you know. I am here to speak about all topics of sexual energy, and I will not permit sexual injustice. I also will not permit sexual abuse and sexual torment and sexual misinterpretations, you know. There's so much of that as well. We have so many things to talk about, you know. So I just want to say that I am a champion. I know I am. I'm also here to be a champion for those who cannot speak their voice just yet. I'm here to share energy techniques of how we can heal and release things. And I'm also here to teach you how to work with this energy too in a positive way. But you'll get all that on my website. That's coming out here pretty soon. So, you know, with my shield of peace and my truth, my sword of truth, you know, I accept this mission to come forward and be the champion that I am, to take my place among the greats, and to be a champion for you. So it's very exciting. It's a very exciting year for me. I am so thrilled that I found my courage. I finally have summoned my courage, and I'm going full force. You know, this is the rest of my life. I will always be speaking to you about subjects like this and other subjects too. We're going to talk about a lot of other things, but you know, primarily this is where my personal strength is, my personal endurance. Like I know a lot about this stuff, so I'm definitely going to share what I know, you know, unfiltered and unedited, you know. So the good, the bad, the unpleasant, all of it, you know, we're going to talk about it all. So anyhow, if you enjoyed this video at all, please give it a thumbs up. If you'd like to know more, please subscribe. And in the meantime, bright blessings and be well.